What up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm your story guy, and we're gonna do something a little different today. We're not gonna look at a film, we're not gonna look at a game, we're not gonna look at, a book or anything like that. We're going to actually start maybe a new little series on current events, what's going on, particularly in the political arena. I do have a dog in this fight, I do have my own beliefs that I care about. This one that we're going to be reacting to today has a pretty special place in my heart. It is Caitlyn Jenner's exclusive interview with Sean Hannity. Why is this such a big deal to me? To be completely frank with you guys, I struggled with gender dysphoria when I was younger, and so I've always had a soft spot for the transgender community, and of course, don't think they're making it up, right? I fully believe in who they believe they are, and I want the best for them. I remember when Caitlyn Jenner came out, I was working for Barnes & Noble at the time. Weirdly enough, I was the guy who stocked magazines, or at least one of the guys who stocked magazines. It was a pretty big deal because she was known as this famous male athlete for decades. It wasn't only just a naturally courageous move, it rocked the culture, I would say. It kind of forced us all to come to grips with this idea that, trans people exist, they're out there, and there's nothing wrong with them. But now, lo and behold, years later, Caitlyn Jenner has made many a political and societal comment. I will admit I watched some clips of this interview she gave with Hannity. I didn't watch the whole thing, but just the clips I saw, I just felt maybe it'd be fun to watch it and see what she says and see if it's something that sounds remotely worthwhile. The reason she's giving this interview is because she's announced her run for governor of California, which is a pretty big deal. I mean, California's elected celebrities before, so I wouldn't put it past them. Let's get into this interview and see how enlightened Caitlyn has become.
Caitlyn Jenner now joins us. I just have such respect for athletes.
Kiss ass on the horizon.
I've always been involved in politics. For the LGBT community, I used to go back.
I don't think she was always involved with the LGBT community. I don't think that's true.
I am an outsider. I understand that. Because now I'm on a race for solutions. I need to find solutions to be able to turn this state around. I'm a fighter, always have been. I come from a long line of fighters.
Look, there's this fad, especially after Donald Trump won. There's this fad of celebrities, entertaining runs for office. And obviously, many have acted on that entertainment. It's sort of diluting the seriousness of the issues. Just hearing her talk about solutions when all this is about, man, is just exposure, getting more money, and honestly, just getting more power.
My father, when he was 19, in fact, welcome to my hangar. This is actually my hangar. I have pictures on the wall of my father over there when he was 19.
Let me give a little more background on why I wanted to do this reaction. It's simply cartoonish that this woman who has her own hangar, and she's come on Sean Hannity to try to look like she is this normal, just low to the ground, I'm just like you, I'm a fighter, that kind of thing, middle class person, which just looking at her outfit, I can tell you she's not.
When World War II was breaking out, he wanted to fight. And so he joined the 5th Ranger Battalion, landed with the first boats on Omaha Beach. 364 guys in his division, 60 came back alive.
Let me get into.
So Hannity's cutting her off because he's like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? Like, what?
He's buried at Arlington with all his buddies. And I thought to myself, you know what? If we can fight, because we got to fight, and you say it all the time. If we can fight, somebody's got to stand up. I love this country. I'm a patriarch. I love this state. The state's done so much for me.
A patriarch obviously means the the father of the family. So that was just a little fun Freudian slip there.
You got to stand up, you know? And so I knew it would not be easy. I knew it'd be tough. But you know what? California's worth fighting for.
I will give her that. California's worth fighting for. That's not a bad slogan. Spending all that time with the script writers on the Kardashians probably helped to come up with that.
What I see in Gavin Newsom is a politician up to special interests, makes his decision as a politician in special interests, and the hypocrisy that is going on right now. It's like there's one set of rules. I can't go down to my restaurant, and all the employees in that restaurant down there are not working, okay? And he's up there dining. We see Nancy Pelosi. People are losing money, but she can sneak in.
So I don't disagree with the hypocrisy of it all. I remember the story about Nancy Pelosi, you know, being seen in the hair salon when all of them were shut down, right? Gavin Newsom, you know, went dining when all the diners were closed or something like that. Is that bad? Yeah. I think they're scummy politicians for doing that. The trick is to be able to recognize when someone's being genuine. And it's the rarest thing in the world, is finding a politician that's genuine. What Caitlyn Jenner is doing here is exactly what Donald Trump did back in 2016. So what they are doing is taking an issue that we rightfully see as important, and they are just hijacking it. That's all they're doing. They're not going to change a thing. When Caitlyn Jenner gets into California, the only thing she's probably going to change are the tax rules for the rich. They're using poor and working class issues to fix rich and elitist issues.
And as we see what happens here, and in the recall, everybody was behind the recall. They needed 1.5 million votes. They got 2.1. But of course, the Democrats had to verify every signature. Isn't it shocking?
What was more shocking is when the Republicans had to verify every single vote when we lawfully elected Joe Biden. Oh, and it was really shocking when it led to, you know, an insurrection against the United States of America by a group of homegrown terrorists. Yeah, really shocking.
The recall is on, but I'm really fighting against the hypocrisy that's going on there. Obviously, the most taxed state in the nation. He's been horrible for business. Obviously, companies are leaving left and right. 18,000 companies have left California. My friends are leaving California. Actually, we're at my hangar. The guy across right over from me, he was packing up his hangar. I said, "Where are you going?" And he says, "I'm moving to Sedona, Arizona. I can't take it here anymore. I can't walk down the streets and see the homeless. I don't want to leave." Okay.
Oh my God. I cannot believe she just said that on television.
He's packing up his hangar. I said, "Where are you going?" And he says, "I'm moving to Sedona, Arizona. I can't take it here anymore. I can't walk down the streets and see the homeless."
This rich, elitist woman gives an interview to Fox News in her hangar and complains about her friend across the way, who also has a hangar. He's packing up his hangar. And she asks why. He goes, "Well, I don't like seeing the homeless." Wow. That's probably one of the most depraved things I've ever heard. If you're thinking that this woman is just like you or cares about the things you care about, she literally just told you she doesn't. She tells you that you, the middle class worker, or even the poor people, the poor worker, you are the insects that drive elitists like these from your state. Like, the fact that that's told as a story to illustrate how, you know, woe is me, oh, how sad rich people are in California, it just shows how out of touch Caitlyn Jenner is.
I really want you to define this term, a compassionate disruptor. What is a compassionate disruptor?
Originally, I started out as a compassionate disruptor, and then I was thinking the other day, I think I'm more of a thoughtful disruptor. I have common sense.
I can already answer you that one. You are not a thoughtful disruptor, Caitlyn Jenner. Hell, I wouldn't even call you a compassionate disruptor. You're not even a disruptor, okay? I don't even know what you are. You're just a reality clown, just going around honking your little nose and in your clown car. Like, come on.
I don't care. Honestly, I like everybody. I'm friends with everybody.
I don't like everybody. There are people I don't like in life. But
I can get along with anybody, Sean. You know, I can get along.
I'm actually with Sean on that one. I don't like everybody, specifically two people on the TV right now.
So honestly, I don't really care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, a Libertarian, vegetarian. You know, it doesn't make any difference to me. If the Democrats are able to come up with great solutions, I am behind that 100%.
No, you're not. No, you're not, and your party isn't. Okay? Every solution Democrats come up with now, Republicans just say, oh, socialism or something. Something. No. Again, that's another just lie. That's just a lie. They are not interested in working with Democrats. Not at all. Unless they get everything they want and Democrats get nothing. Democrats are not perfect, okay? They got a lot of issues, but don't let Republicans think that they're the good guys either.
now let's get to specifics.
Uh-oh.
No, uh-oh.
Let's go. Hit me with
Okay,
it.
California is a sanctuary state. Would you eliminate sanctuary status for the state of California?
I would keep it a sanctuary state for small businesses.
Meaning?
You know, meaning.
What is that?
That's not a thing.
As far as immigration, no, I am not on that. We need to spend some money to have a fair and equitable immigration system in this state.
Gavin Newsom, for the record, he's given $500 checks to illegal immigrants.
Yes.
Guaranteeing health care for illegal immigrants.
Right.
He's guaranteeing education for illegal immigrants.
I guess I don't get that she's a compassionate disruptor, yet she's arguing against health care for other human beings. I don't get where the compassion comes in.
It's a big issue. What would you do different? For example, if you could, would you continue building the border wall?
I am all for the wall. I would secure the wall. We can't have a state, we can't have a country without a secure wall.
Are we still talking about the border wall? It was a fantasy. It was a Bigfoot. It was an abominable snowman. Come on. I lived in Texas. I went to the border a lot. There was no wall. There was no wall. There wasn't even a half wall. There was like a port where you entered, and yeah, sure, there was some fencing, but there was no wall, people.
We have to modernize. We have not modernized our immigration system in the United States to make it possible to people to immigrate into
Let
this
me ask
country.
the question.
You're not giving specifics, like modernize our immigration system. What are you talking about? What does that entail? I can feel my brain power being sucked out of my head.
I don't want people leaving this state. I feel like I'm on a big white horse riding into the state, you know, and saying, hey, stay. There's a little hope on the horizon here, okay?
Dude, all right. So, the Jesus analogy aside, ain't nobody gonna come looking to Caitlyn Jenner for solutions. She ain't got no solutions. All she wants is publicity, money, and power. That's all it is. That's all it is.
We, on taxes, we stop everything, hold it. They have stuff on the books right now that they want to tax people for leaving.
We'll support walls to keep you in?
Yeah, they were there to keep the state, you know, keep everybody in.
How do they charge you a state income tax if you don't live in the state?
They would waste more money than they would actually wind up collecting because nobody would pay it. They want to do things like that. And I'm looking at this thinking those are some of the stupidest ideas. So let's just...
Hey, I was having that thought a couple seconds ago.
Sean, we have 21.2 million words of regulations. If you read 300 words a minute, worked a 40-hour work week.
All right, guys, that's about all I can take. So, what's the story here? What are we supposed to be learning from this, especially nowadays? Our passions and our issues that we care a lot about and that deserve, you know, discussion. All of that is often hijacked by people like this, and not just celebrities that are running for president or governor or whatever. No, it's done by regular old politicians, people who aren't, you know, charming or have the name recognition or aren't entertaining to watch, say, like Trump was. Ultimately, all that is being accomplished by Caitlyn Jenner's run is she's getting her publicity rising, and she's getting, you know, more perhaps recognition, perhaps deals, endorsements, money, donations, yada yada yada, all the things that come with running for office. She's getting all of that, and what are the American people getting out of it? Well, we're getting another goofball who's gonna take serious issues such as trans issues, use them to advance her own agenda, advance who she is, advance her place in life. So thank you guys for sticking it out with me. So if you liked what you're seeing, make sure to subscribe, and I got more videos on the way. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is your story guy Ben, signing out.